Hey there, marketing monsters. I'm super excited to share with you today all that PerkZilla V4 has to offer. We're absolutely thrilled to bring this version to reality for you. And I'm here to walk through some of the updates that we went through, as well as why it was built in this method. So, the big thing about PerkZilla V4 is that it really allows you to create these universal campaigns. So, you previously had a few different campaign types, and it could be a refer a friend program, it could be a contest, it could be a giveaway. But what we did with this is now it's not in that rigid structure anymore. You're able to customize things so that the campaign looks how you want. If you want to add a refer a friend aspect to a contest or vice versa, however you want, everything is now built from a core that allows for universality or to be able to be expanded very easily. So that's really what the team's been working extremely hard on to get that out, and we're really excited about it. So I just want to show you real quick how it works. Right here, there's a few preset templates. Now we can do these amazing templates that make it really easy to set up a campaign. So these are things like turning visitors into leads. So if you go to a website, and we can show you this, but if you go into a website and it says get 15% off, um, enter your email. And if you're not capturing that lead before they actually hit the website or before someone leaves the website, then that person is anonymous for you forever. Otherwise, you get to be directly in their inbox. So that's the core of everything, is that you want to be capturing these visitors into leads, capturing their email, and then you can grow your audience, get more engagement, drive more traffic if you want to launch a product, etc. And how you do that is via the incentives that we can offer. So you reward people who help grow your brand. You can do instant rewards, points and unlocks, different prizes, and we'll go through each of those as well as just showing how this really works. So we're really excited with how V4 worked, to actually promote and help share this walkthrough and this webinar. We used PerkZilla to do that, and we're really impressed with how that works. So if you jump into the new campaign editor here, so once you create a campaign, you're going to be here, and you're going to see the campaign types I just mentioned. The beauty of this is now everything is fully universal. So if you start with one, you can completely customize it to be something else or something creative. Where if you want to get testimonies or reviews, but if you want to add that to a refer a friend aspect to it, or if you want to add a specific type of prize or add a wait list, a leaderboard, I'll get into that real quick for you. So just showing you this, if I was to show you the welcome offer we just talked about real quick, um, that's just a simple get a discount on your purchase or join our newsletter, whatever it is, really basic, sign up. And this is the most basic example of how you could use PerkZilla, where you capture their email, they sign up, they then get thrown into a welcome screen. You can email them the code, you can show them a code right here, and that helps you get conversions, helps you get signups, and you're giving something away for users to benefit, and actually give you a lead and get more signups and grow your brand. So it's very simple now with these templates. You can do something like that. And again, this is only two screens. You can see up here, there's some grayed out ones. I'll get into that in just a moment. But you have your login screen, your welcome screen, and then things like an unsubscribe screen if they unsubscribe, or if you detect activity or the campaign ends, things like that. So how this works now, it's actually really incredible, is that you could just simply drag everything as you wish, make things larger, smaller, whatever you want. You can customize it however you need to. You can delete things, copy things, duplicate, whatever you want to do, and drag them. It's a really seamless uh, way to do things now. And you can add different options if you want to add a countdown into there's different options that are automatic, for this, and very simple now in the traditional editing option. And if you want to add a prize in there or whatever, you can drag all of these things now. Before, it was very rigid, very structured, and you couldn't actually customize this. Now you can create this however you want, save it as a template, use different sections, elements, create however you want for your campaign so it matches your brand, but also so you can complete various different brand goals, whether it's growing your brand, whether it's getting more traction to a blog post, whether it's getting more testimonies, reviews, getting people to be excited and hyped about an in-person event. Or in this case, if I go back to where I just was, we did it for this webinar walkthrough. So if I go here and I go to edit on the walkthrough, you can see all I did to set this up, I set this up in probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, was you take an image. It's just a screenshot from the Google Meet that we used. You don't have to go above and beyond getting crazy designs for anything. You definitely can make this incredible with how you want to design it. If you want to design it with text or with images, however you want. But it's better to get something awesome out there than to really over stress on that. So what we did here was we just put the image in there. We got the image of the description and had a really basic form. And all you did was change the text to register for this event. And again, this has the login screen and the welcome screen. And on that welcome screen, you can see this is a bit different. What we did here was you have the you're in, and so it says welcome to the contest, you're in. And then people can actually share it because we wanted as many people to find out about the session or the webinar as possible to join the live demo. So once they were in, they got added to um, the list that would get them updates into the webinar. I'm sure many of you have, if you're seeing this recording here. And how it ended up working was then you could then instantly share it, whether it's on social networks or via your referral link. And we just drop this in. It's all of these are just you drop in a section, but they're defaults as well here, right? So I can customize this as I want. And some of the cool things in V4 with the new builders, one of my favorites is that you can just change the corner radius. I know it's a really small thing, but it really makes it cool how you can see different sizes and shapes for that. And then again, everything is just customizable. You can change images, you can change text. So this is an action block, and what you can do with the action block is guide people to any URL you want. So this was an automatic add to Google Calendar, add to iCal, and join the actual meeting. So once people shared it, they would come up to this landing page, and then you'd be able to do it. So one of the cool things with V4, how this actually worked for this case where we did it for the webinar, was you can customize these screens as you wish. Um, but what we did is we had this email sent out, and this was actually through a third party email, like an integration that you would already be using under the integrations tab, right? So if you have anything here, it would be your third party emails. You can do whatever you want with that. And once that email was sent out, it would then, we did the one click opt in link. So then when you click reserve your spot, I'm just going to copy it here so we have it and paste that in there. So then it would automatically sign people up into the campaign bypassing the original opt-in form. So you don't have to enter or register. If it's a lead that you already have, you could automatically enter them into the contest, the giveaway, whatever it is, just via that one-click opt-in link. And that's a really cool option under here where you would just customize the email using the tags from that integration or provider. It's very, very easy to do that. And they should all have some sort of tag or unique option for that. So that's a really, really cool way to get people to be instantly entered into the welcome screen versus in a lot of cases, and this is where it gets really cool with PerkZilla V4, is you can customize what screens actually show. So you can then customize this however you like for the flow, the user flow, the email sequence, everything is fully customizable, let alone what each screen shows. So if I was to add the confirmation email, it would add this step now where you'd have a step to confirm your email address. So if you enter it this way, you'd have to then confirm your email, go in, and then once you click the confirmation link, you'd finally get the welcome screen. But if you want people to have to bypass that because they're already on your list or however it is, you can use that one click opt in link that we used and automatically get people into here. And then again, you can click the actions, join different things, share your link, or whatever it may be. So it's really, really easy to use, easy to share, spread the word. And you can see it now has those square boxes that I added. And the beauty of this is now anything can be customizable. So this is where you're able to turn a basic welcome entry campaign into something like a refer a friend campaign, or into something where if we go to the action screen, you can see that the actions typically are on the action screen, and that's how it's default. Everything's built now with this completely editable experience. Everything is built to be able to be thrown into this as a template that we can create or you can create and save. And then it just really makes it easy to be able to build new campaign templates, new campaign types, hybrids between, like we said, refer a friend programs, early access, contest, giveaways, ways to grow your brand, ways to get brand engagement, boost that loyalty, and really makes it universal with PerkZilla V4. So that's the beauty of that. Like in this case, we have a menu item, we have some titles, and then we have an action block, and then we have an entries block. So it's all block oriented here. You can throw things in as you wish. You can customize it. You can add rows, whatever you want to do here. Everything is fully customizable, really, really easy to use. So in this case, or in the traditional case, and in previous versions of PerkZilla, you would have to use these actions only on the action screen. So you'd have to have someone go to the welcome screen, then hit a button that would go to a flow that would then take them to the action screen. But again, in this case, you can throw your featured actions here. You can throw your primary ones. You can throw the core ones. Everything is fully customizable, completed actions, however you want to show what they're doing. And then again, you can change any aspect of it. If I want to change the badge color, the width, the text, anything I want here. That's for the arrow there for the badge. If I want to do it for the row or the name, you can change that as well. Whatever you want to change, you can for that. So really, really cool. Super easy to use. Again, all of the text. You have your short codes, and these are kind of the codes we're talking about. Where if you want to, most email providers would have those. Um, to use for the one-click opt-in link, but then you can do a lot of awesome stuff where if it says you have 3 referrals, you could actually show them how many referrals they have or how many people are ahead of them, how many people are behind them. All those are fully automated via shortcodes. So it's really, really cool in that sense. This campaign type didn't have any prizes or rewards. The main thing was you're going to get access to the demo, the walkthrough, and feel free to spread the word, share it with a friend, and let them know. That's more of a passive way of doing it rather than actively saying we're going to give you this reward if you refer 3 friends. But in this campaign type, you could then simply enable the reward screen, and then you'll have your prizes here. There's no prizes for this campaign. We actually deleted it. So if I was to go to, that's why that screen's disabled as well. But if I'm to go to a contest here and hit edit, and then go to this is actually a social buzz contest, so you can create the whole point of this one, and there's a template for that is to get more social activity going on. And again, all these campaigns are based on what we have here for if you're trying to get more social awareness, if you're trying to get more feedback. All of this is built into templates, and it's very simple to then launch that goal oriented campaign, which is really, really awesome. But again, you can create it however you want. If I want to throw a referral link onto this page, I can, and now it's a referral contest. Or if I wanted to throw the social share buttons directly onto that page, or whatever you want to do, you can just simply drag that in the wrong spot. But you could simply drag that wherever you'd like, and have a totally different feel or campaign type, or have button links that go to your website or button links that go to different pages within it. Everything is fully customizable, and that's why we built it this way so that we can make it so universal, so that people can, whether it's build community templates or we can build brand new examples based on your use cases and things that will actually help grow your brand. And we're sure that it will help other members of the community as well. So we're here to build these different varieties and case studies and use cases using all of this flexibility. And that's why it was built as kind of building blocks in this sense with the templates, the landing pages, all of that. So, and then again, you could add your templates and components as well. So if we're in here and I wanted to show you the rewards, which I was showing you, you can then have things like the grand prize, right? Which would be one person who has the most entries wins the prize. And that would then be based on the leaderboard. So the leaderboard was a screen that could have just been on the leaderboard screen, as it still currently is. But again, you could then copy this element, duplicate it, drop it wherever you want. If you want the leaderboard to then show on the welcome screen, all you do is drag that and you have the full dynamic leaderboard. It's really, really cool what all this power of V4 offers, because you can change anything as you wish. Again, anything down to the text size, the colors, the fonts. You can change things, pretty much everything in this line. You can turn off the numbers for the spot in line, the wait list. You can hide the bubbles and all of that. Make it one solid color versus rainbow, whatever it may be. Highlight the main user. There's a ton of options just for this element alone, and for every element to fully customize it as you want. And then again, if you want to make this just like one But back to the rewards and prizes. The grand prize in this case would be the person at the top of the leaderboard at the end of the contest or the end of the giveaway, whatever it may be. So that's one way to do winner selection for the prizes. Another option would be a probability based prize, which is the highest person would have the most entries and the highest chance of winning. But basically, that's like drawing names out of a hat. So if your name is entered 100 times out of 1,000 participants or whatever it may be, 1,000 entries, you would have a 10% chance of winning that. Um, but it's not you're not guaranteed because you have the most entries or the most points. It's still a probability based draw. And then there's the way to do a random winner as well. So you can give away participation prizes or consolation prizes, or just say 10 random people are going to get an extra 50% off this or free shipping for life or whatever you want to give away, or a download of your course. Whatever it is, you can kind of do these really cool, intricate, but also universal options of how to deliver your prizes, how to create that hype, get people excited about your brand, and really do it through these different prize types. And then again, you can still do something. So if I go to where this is organized, this is actually organized in two parts. You can do it in the prize center. You can fully customize anything, change the text, change how it's sorted again based on what we said. You could do probability based on the leaderboard, or you could even convert something to a reward where after one referral or one visit, 1 point, whatever you want to do, one entry into the contest and change everything. That's how this is then sent, this prize for delivery. And all of that delivery comes in through the automation center. So you can create all these awesome emails. The cool thing about the emails is they're the same builder, the same editing, and you can again customize everything as you wish, drag, drop, however you want to do it for all of this, and it's all preset templates. So that's really why we took this time to build the system to be completely modular, so that it can be built up on and be continuously to be multiple use cases. But the big thing now is kind of honing that in and creating these templates and creating these options that really make it easy so that you can launch these extremely powerful campaigns in just a few minutes. So this is again very, very easy to edit these emails. You can change the text, you change whatever you want. But the big thing about them too is you can do the rewards here too. So if you have the grand prize, you can set up, you can drop in the prize. You can let them know how they're going to claim their prize, send the coupon code, whatever it may be, as well as you can customize these different ones. There's some really cool options too, other than the rewards and the prizes. Or if you, like I said, if you want to have one for one referral or three referrals, and then you also wanted to have 10 random winners, now you can have all of that in the same campaign. So it's really, really cool with that aspect of things. But there's some really awesome options too, where if you do something like a notify email. So in the example of the webinar that we did, the live demo, we actually again use PerkZilla to promote this. So if we go in here and we hit automations, you'll see the actual flow that we have, and you can see that it was sent to live people when the webinar was live, and people would get the welcome email, and we had confirmation off. I turned it back on just to show you in the demo earlier, but the confirmation was off, and this links to the live editor as well. So if I go back here, you can see that that's now off. So again, we turned all these on earlier. Um, but if we go back to the automations area, you can see that people get the welcome email, and then once they get the welcome email, what we ended up sending them was that the demo starts in 15 minutes. So this was sent again 15 minutes before the webinar, just to be a reminder. And what we actually sent was this email right here, and it was very, very basic, but just here's the webinar information, here's the meeting information, tell a friend about the event. And this was a live email that was scheduled and sent, and you can see that everyone got the notification email there. So there's some really cool options you can do. And for the notification emails, here's how it was built. This was just some text, again, mostly text, an image, nothing too advanced, nothing too crazy. Again, you can go with different column structures, and you can go with buttons and whatever you want to do. You can do that and add it, and you can add the prize into it. What like you can customize this to your heart's desire, but it's very powerful just to get something out there as well. And then everything is responsive as well. You can see the mobile previews, things like that. Same with the live editor, you could actually do that too. Um, and we try to build it into the same structure and functionality for that. Again, this is just a really powerful notification. So you can use these notify emails to send on a scheduled date. This can be to let them know about a promotion. This can be to let them know what their spot in line is. You have all of those short codes that we see here, right? And you can see what they are. But you can say you have 3 referrals. You can give them an update about their campaign. You can say you currently have 500 entries. Keep sharing, keep up referring, and keep completing actions to grow your entries and have an even better shot at winning. And that kind of brings us into those other emails where it's you have the inactivity and the motivate. So you can say you have 2 referrals. You're one away from receiving a prize. Go ahead and go get that final referral. Keeping people engaged, but also actively getting them to go promote your brand. And same with this. If they haven't had any shares, referrals, or points in, say, 7 days, you can send them a little push or an inactivity notification as well. And all of this is dynamic based on the content. So there's a lot of really powerful stuff built in here. The big thing about PerkZilla V4 is really just how flexible and easy to use it is, and build all of this incredible functionality into it to be completely universal, completely flexible. And now the big thing is being able to hone in on it and really say, this is what this template's going to look like. This is what's going to one click help your brand. And all of these are already built for that to really help grow your brand. If you want to do a refer a friend program, we can just show you what that looks like. The big thing with the refer a friend program is, again, you have your login screen. You can add your forms. One of the things we didn't have before was you can add new fields, new checkboxes, whatever you want, customize them however you need to. It can be pre-checked, required, all these things based on what's actually required for that checkbox, for that field. These fields can then be, if you add a new input and you want to do a address, a phone number, whatever you want to be, you can add a phone number and it becomes a phone number field, all of that. And then that will go to your autoresponders, go to your integrations, save to your analytics dashboard, whatever it may be. So that's really cool with the new version as well. You can kind of customize everything, um, as well as, again, you can put all of this information on. If you want to put the leaderboard on the front screen, you can do something like that. If you want to show different things, customize the screens, however it may be. So with the Refer a Friend program, the whole thing is to make sure that people are actually going out and actively referring a friend. So this is kind of what we modified for the base of the webinar refer a friend program, because a big aspect of that was to get people in, but then again we added the actions to it that you saw previously. And then this has some dynamic rewards. So these prizes are really cool because it could be the next unlock. So if you have 3 referrals and your next unlock is 10, that can be one of the prizes. But if someone else has 1 and their next is 3 or whatever it is, it will show them their next prize. So all of this is dynamic, really easy, so that you don't have to worry about any of that. We take care of all of that for you. And then again, this populates with how many referrals they have, and all of this is preset templates ready to go. And that's really the beauty of V4 is building out these templates, making sure that you have your goal-oriented options. These are some of the top goals that were requested by users, some of the top use cases we've seen, both from users and in the wild. But again, everything is still fully customizable. You can change one to the other very, very easily. And the big thing is just being able to really customize it how you need to, but keeping it simple enough so that people then go out and actively want to go grow your brand or complete the actions that you want, and rewarding users for doing so. So we're really, really excited how that came out. A few things we did for the additional settings. So if you were to share uh, this webinar that we had here, if you go to settings here, you can see that the actual share link would say reserve your spot now, and you'd have that preview image. So all of that is automatic on this landing page that we sent out. We host a landing page for you. You can go to it via the campaign editor as well. So you can go to the landing page directly from here, or you can paste it on your website if needed as well. All you do is copy that, paste it on your website, and builder or editor, or if you don't have a website, or if you're not comfortable pasting it on your website, you can simply use our landing page. And that's where some of these additional settings come in, right? So you have all of this automatic for your landing page, and then it would be that sharing message, but you can do things like a custom domain, right? So if you wanted that landing page to then be your domain, you can do a CNAME for it, or a custom domain. You can do webhooks for more advanced developer stuff to say, when we get a referral sign up, let us know, and then it will send it to a URL of your choosing. You can do tracking pages and landing pages and kind of really get into the flow. And we'll get into some in depth videos of how to use each of these features. But there's some really awesome options for how you could redirect people or use the landing page and the thank you page to create these more advanced flows where you can direct everyone to a specific page, but then have them kind of finalize on a different page. So if you want your referral link to go to an offer page instead of a internal page or whatever it is, there's some really cool options for that. You can customize things like CSS, customize the SMTP so that it has your branding. Everything is really, really able to be customized. And the big thing now is making all of this so that it was extremely universal to now be a few clicks to have a successful campaign. And that's what the power of PerkZilla V4 has. That's what these initial campaign types have. And now we have the ability to create hundreds more of these easily, based on your recommendations, based on your use cases, based on little tweaks to things. It could be different languages, it can be different campaign case studies. You can do key feedback kind of thing where people vote for a flavor of the month for an ice cream company or whatever it may be. All of this is then in there. And one of the cool things too with the actions oriented contest. So if you saw here, when we did the social share contest that I just showed you, I can go, I think it was this one. No, so this wouldn't actually have any action. So if I show you the social sharing contest that we were working on a moment ago, and you can do any of these, but you can see that your actions are then these social network actions, right? The cool thing about V4 is now actions are very, very easy to add. So we have all of these actions in here and populated. But for this campaign, I specifically just added the add to Google Calendar, add to iCal, join the Google Meet. And then those became directly into the action builder here, right? So if I go back to this, edit, you can see that on my action screen, but also I threw it on the welcome screen. You then have those specific actions. So if you have anything that you specifically need for actions, we can easily add that. We can easily add integrations. We can build these templates out. The beauty of V4 is just how scalable, how universal, and just how we can make it so that anyone can complete business goals, brand goals, growth goals, whatever they have to be for their business, for their brand, very easily. And we're here now to make that in just a few clicks. So we're really, really excited about PerkZilla V4, how powerful it is, how customizable it is, how easy it is to use. And now the big thing is helping you grow your brand, grow your business. And again, growth can be in any way. Growth can be in terms of engagement. Growth can be in terms of social growth. It can be in terms of direct lead growth. It can be in terms of more awareness, more traffic, directing people to pages, getting more testimonials, getting more reviews, keeping those people engaged with viral contests, doing a welcome offer at an absolute minimum that you want to capture a lead on your page. And again, if you do even a 15% off coupon and capture a lead, you have their lead. You're able to reach out to them at any time, whether it's for a holiday promotion, whether it's to tell them about your latest product, whatever it may be. And with this, even a 15% off code or free shipping or whatever you decide to do, they then might are that much more inclined to make a purchase, and it boosts your conversion rates as well. So these are extremely, extremely powerful. You don't have to get super crazy with customizing, get overwhelmed or anything with customizing the templates or doing advanced things where you need a referral, probability based, whatever it is, like in different campaigns. But the big thing is just implementing something that you think will grow your business, saying, what's my growth goal? What am I trying to do? Is my thing, am I trying to drive more social awareness? Am I trying to get more, grow my list so that we have more people? Because we know that when we can directly reach people into their inbox, that's one of the main drivers of either sales, revenue, uh, user growth, whatever it is. Or do we want to do a quarterly or a monthly contest where people can share and grow and complete different actions, and it could be view our latest product releases of this month, or watch our YouTube video, view our course, download, and they can get downloads, they can get PDFs, they can win all of these different rewards. The possibilities are virtually endless now with PerkZilla V4, and we're absolutely thrilled about that. And now it's just honing all of that in, bringing that all together, and making sure that it's extremely simple for you and that the use cases that you bring to us, as well as others bring to us, can benefit the entire community. So, again, we're really, really thrilled about this. We love just how easy it is to use, how flexible it is. And we're really, really excited for what the new year has to offer. So, thank you for being a part of the PerkZilla community. And we're happy to help however we can. Thank you very much. And reach out if you have any questions. We're going to get more webinars going, we're going to get more video guides going. And again, the big thing with this is let us know your use cases. We'll be happy to point you in the right direction, as well as make sure that we can make something into a template or make it really, really easy to help grow your brand based on your brand goals and really launch incredible, incredible campaigns and get you that awareness, get ahead of your competitors, and just tell the world about all the awesome things that you're doing. So thank you again for attending today, and we're really grateful for you being a part of the community, and we look forward to growing together.